I think there was far too much RNG.
I will serve.
So they say they buffed Paladin as well, so we're going to take some Paladin. We're going to see what we can get. Mossy Horror feels counterproductive in a Paladin deck that has a lot of cheap guys. Bone Drake's good, but there's a lot of Dragon Slayers, right? And then we've got the Charged Devilsaurus 8. I still think it's the Bone Drake. We just have to basically dodge a lot of cards there. Yeesh. Apparently Paladin had been buffed. I'm not seeing it so far. These are some bad cards. Oh, here we go. This is more like it. I guess we go down the Fungal Mancer route. I guess we maybe try and take it quite aggressive. Shrink Ray is very, very good for getting you back into games where you've completely lost the board. I mean, that is the power of cards like Shrink Ray when your opponent has just got all the tempo and you can just go, yeah, I'll just make everything all on one. Love the Potion of Heroism, but it does involve actually having a board. And we don't really have any minions to show quite just yet. This card's pretty ridiculous as well, the new Challenger. Always happy to pick that one up. So we need some cards really that are cheap here. Real shame that Righteous Protector is in the same bucket as these two cards. Interacts nicely with the Sword of Justice. How long have I been? I've been streaming for 4 hours. Actually, I can tell you exactly how long I've been streaming for. Does say somewhere. Oh, I'm sure it was about 9:30 I started, which would be 4 hours exactly. The Scalebane's super solid, and of course works well with the hero ability as well. So there's a good argument for taking the Scalebane. Bomare's just a ridiculous card. And again, though, it works well with the hero ability. At 10 mana, you've got, you know, a 5/5 with Taunt and another 5/5. If you offer 3 bad cards, I don't mind taking the one with Poisonous. Well, I mean, I was on YouTube mainly, so I started playing Hearthstone for YouTube videos back in closed beta. So I got a good friend who works for Blizzard, and he gave me a friends and family key for Hearthstone. So I started, so I've got about 300, 400 videos up on YouTube. Just playing Hearthstone, and yeah, you know, like some of them didn't age that well. Some of them were a little bit, yeah, okay, you shouldn't have took that card. But there's lots of really sort of cool old video. I think my most watched videos got about 60,000 views or something like that. Blood Knight's interesting. We need some cheap cards. I mean, look how expensive this deck is at the moment. We have nothing at 2 mana. And we've got no buffs either, which is a little bit awkward. You know, where's our Blessing of Kings? Where's our +2, +6 and Taunt? Do we have anything to brew? Anything at all to brew? A Fungal Mancer, that's about it. That's about the only target for a Brewmaster here.
A good old brew bear. That cheap brew.
Yeah, we're not really getting the good stuff here. Now, the Firefly's not bad, just because we do have a Fungal Mancer, so it's a nice thing to do on turn 6. I think Furious Setting's too good to pass up, however. I mean, I will pick up the Dreadscale Knight for the fact that we've got the Fungal Mancer. Second Furious Ettin or the War Bear. Ooh, Light's Justice. That is a very good card for this deck. It's exactly what it needs. Couple of quick little cards. Henge Clan Thug. Well, we've got a Sword of Justice. We've got a Light's Justice. Well, we've finally got something at 2 mana. Unfortunately, it's an upgradable frame bot. And we've got no mechs with Magnetize. So I guess we're stuck with the old Dark Conviction. Yeah, this game's basically offered me nothing at 2 mana in its entirety. It's not great, no buffs. Lacking in the buff department. I'm like, where's this buff to Paladin, damn it? I do have 3 weapons though, don't I? I picked up the True Silver very first. It was pretty tough between the True Silver and the Consecrate. This is very much a deck we need to be going first with. Or we at least need to draw our good cards at the start.
With holy fire.
So maybe we chuck the Potion of Heroism back, giving us an extra draw as a weapon.
Reporting for duty.
A Sword of Justice.
To battle!
It's going to be a 5/5 Henge Clan Thug if I attack.
To battle! I'll put it on your head.
Sure, Gloomeater's pretty good with the old +1/+1 as well. Secret. So luckily our hunter opponents had a really bad start. Certainly gives us a chance.
Folks, who goes there? Another round?
Yeah, if I get to 7 wins with this deck, I think I'll be happy.
I wonder. I moves quickly.
Well, I think we continue with the big guys.
Hold it!
It's an argument for saying maybe play something like a Gloomeater and a 1/1 there, just in case he's got a Dragon Slayer, but I think he probably plays Dragon Slayer on curve if he's got it.
I moves quickly.
I'm like everyone's biggest fan.
Wow, that's one expensive kill command. That's not a bad choice. I've got a little bit of healing in my deck.
My torture continues.
I mean, I've got the True Silver directly in my hand there. we've been kind of lucky that our opponent doesn't have any Hunter's marks. I mean, Hunter did get a nerf, so that would certainly be one card I imagine they drop the rate on. Because it was certainly the card that enabled a lot of the ridiculous things that Hunter could do. Let's just keep his board clear now. Just make sure he can't magnetise anything there. So if he plays a minion with 7 toughness, we can kill it just with the True Silver Champion by itself. Or, yeah, or indeed a 5/5.
Our vigil shall never end. No escape.
Burn.
The battle.
Hey look, it heals! Dreadscale Knight attacks and deals 3 damage to a random enemy minion. Go Dreadscale Knight, you can do it! Yeah, so my deck's always going to do well, I'd like to think, going first.
I wonder.
But how it manages going second will be the litmus test, I think, for the deck. This game loves me right now. What can I say? So my Hunter opponent, he just didn't do anything. It's not necessarily that he's a bad player, he just didn't draw any good cards. And when you're going second and you draw as badly as he did, you're going to lose. I don't think we can take anything from that. He might have had an incredible deck and just drawn the wrong half of it. And up until a couple of days ago, that was the problem with Hunter. Going first, Hunter just beat you, and going second, it just lost.
Liadrin versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My blade burns with holy fire.
And now we are going second. Coin Sword of Justice turn 2, Phantom Militia turn 3, Shaker turn 4. Doesn't feel that great. Potion of Heroism might help.
Prove your worth, cur.
Five more minutes, man.
Ping his own guy, hit me for 5, yada yada yada. As I said, going second does suck.
Our vigil shall never end.
He plays his fireball, hits me for 6. I played a pixie, he hits me for 6, puts me to 10, and I die. Well played. I mean, I've got the ghostly charger at 5. But yeah.
Smelly fish! Yummy fish!
Oh, frost bolts. Oh no.
What fools these mortals be! Foolish! Burn!
I am free!
Feels good, man. Feels good. I mean, I guess we could ghostly charger it. We have the tempo.
Nice to meet you.
So, and he has a flame strike. Do we have healing? Do we have healing?
My torture continues.
Not yet, but maybe later.
Warriors of the frozen.
Oh, dark conviction. I'm ever so grateful. So, fingers crossed that he doesn't have Frostmourne. In fact, there's a few cards we don't want him to have. Doom Pact. Yeah, I mean, we knew he had Flame Strike the way he played the last couple of turns. Ooh. We've just high rolled a death over there. That seems pretty good. So yeah, I mean, as I said when I was drafting the cards, like Shrink Raid's one of those cards that just gets you back into a game you're otherwise going to lose quite badly. I'm fine. It's, oh, okay, he gets an ogre. Beautiful. But I'm fine with him getting that. Not bad, that. I'm liking that.
Should I?
Yummy shroomies. Let me in, man! It's my turn!
No escape.
Slurp.
considered taking out the 1-2 in case he's playing Fungal Mancer, because that would make a lot of sense given his turn 5 is pretty much nothing if he was stuck with a Fungal Mancer in his hand that he can't use. A second Flame Strike. Just for the record there, 2 Flame Strikes. Well, let's see if he can dump everything out into my Deathwing, right? Oh, I'm sure he's got a Pirate Blast. And a Fireball as well, and then another Fireball to the face. Oh no, he's just going to go face, okay. He's going to trade, that's very nice of him. Yeah, let's just play a Deathwing.
Science overwhelming.
So we've still got lethal next turn, so obviously killing his guy makes the most sense there.
You win.
Yep, skill-based game, good old RNG to the rescue. But he had double Flame Strike, so he deserves to lose as far as I'm concerned. That card's ridiculous. They've actually buffed Flame Strike to the point where people are getting multiple cards again. It's pretty worrying.
Liadrin versus Rexar. Let the hunt begin.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Yeesh. I mean, we know everything in my deck costs 4 mana, so I'm not really surprised to see those first 3 cards. Like, this is what my deck does. It does 4 mana very well. Every single pick is like, hey, you can have one of these 3 cards that all cost 4 mana. Which do you like there?
Reporting for duty.
So I'm kind of happy I've got Rumble Toss Shaker because at least it's got a chance of sticking around. Oh, lucky! First time we've seen that. Like, we need this guy at the start of every game so badly. Especially with the Hench Clan Thug.
Your weakness betrays you.
Folks, who goes there?
Battle!
Burn.
There's an argument for saying that the Shaker's possibly still the better card to play out of the 2 there.
Witch.
I'll never tell.
That's fine.
stranger will offer you aid.
You are not welcome here. I should eat you. Mushroom power!
Misplay from me there, I suppose. Oh no, it's still okay.
The future is now! Foolish!
Yeah, but it would have been better just to trade there.
Burn! Summoning portal open.
So if he's got an explosive, I don't really feel like running my guy, losing my guy to a random explosive.
I see light now. Reporting for duty.
Acquiring victim.
Mushroom!
To battle!
Spur no bash! Me angry, me also wait.
So just in case of crushing walls,
I can see.
one drops either extreme. And it was Wandering Monster, as it turns out. So we got very lucky getting our weapon right at the start of the game there. I think, you know, dealing 1 damage to this, 1 damage to that really helped sort of mop up a lot of the little minions he had lying around.
Let the hunt begin.
And
My
here it is
blade
again.
burns with
Look at this
holy
combo.
fire.
This combo's so sick. Light's Justice and Hedge Clan Thug. Name a more perfect pair of cards. Oh, this is super sick. Like, even if he's got a 3-2 here, he's thinking, well, he's just going to make a 1-1. So he has to have a 2-3.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on.
Come, my pretty bird.
Oh, this is amazing for me. Just amazing.
Folks,
Burn.
look out there.
Let's go, boys. Can he deal it 3 damage? And then finish it off with the arrow. Is he going to make a huffer?
I wonder.
Out of my jungle.
Let's ride it all the way home. No deadly shot, sir. And when we finish with this weapon, we'll start with this weapon. Yeah, going first is just so good in this game.
Time moves quickly.
Well, it's not bad. A replacement sword.
Burn.
Hold it!
Reporting for duty.
I did consider dropping Sword of Justice there for tempo. But we can get one last attack out of this guy, and then maybe just play Boulder Fist Ogre, and then we've got Sword of Justice or True
Float
Silver
like a
Champion, depending
butterfly.
on what he does.
Sting like a bee!
Burn.
Hold it!
Bubblies and yummies!
Those bananas online. So we finished off with the Sword of Justice. Oh, okay, he's not even going for the 6-7. Thought maybe he'd give that a go there.
Are you ready for this?
Yummy shroomies.
Burn.
Me smash.
Don't blink.
This beast will not be tamed.
Shiny, shiny, lovely loot.
I guess we We pick this guy up if it's freezing, right?
Burn.
Reporting.
Eat Shroomy!
Let's start some trouble.
Equal life total, 16 each. My board, a little bit better than this. Well, if I don't know why he's playing that. Has he forgotten I've got a poisonous guy? He's just like, oh yeah, he's got a poisonous guy. I guess I've thrown my best card away for no reason. Feels bad, man. Oh well, lethal. I'll take it.
Eat Shroomy!
So 4-0, better than I was expecting to start with this deck. You can see it struggles just a little bit. If it goes second, it needs a shrink ray if it's going second. Needs Light's Justice. You know, there's a few sort of critical cards you need right at the start of the game to stop the wave of oncoming minions.
Liadrin versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My blade burns with holy fire.
Dreadscale Knight doesn't really do anything in this matchup.
Smelly fish! Yummy fish!
A stranger will offer you aid.
Okay, that's a pretty good 2-drop for me.
Don't blink. You might miss it.
The future is now.
So it sets up Potion and Shadow Ascendant next turn. With my 2-4 being able to trade with his 3-4.
Dark One snatch all!
Yeah, it was a pretty good play from him. Ooh, how lucky! Yeah, I'll just draw the perfect card off the top of the deck. I'm so skillful.
It's me towards.
The future is now.
Should I?
You are the Shadow's puppet. The future is now.
Buff that side. Hits again. Getting a bit of luck here. So hopefully we've got, if he plays big guy, we've got Dark Conviction. Pretty good draw.
Should I?
Put it on your head.
Reporting for duty.
He gave me a blast wave, so I have to think a little bit.
Throw it like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The battle.
Oh no!
I'm warning
No, what are you doing?
unstable.
This is savage. This is going to be murder. I think maybe he's a little bit sad now. So we've got the Henge clan thug here.
Folks, who goes there?
I think maybe he had the same thing planned. Maybe he drew his.
Yummy shroomies.
What fools these mortals be!
So I think presume my life total's important even now. So if he has a removal for the 1-5, I definitely want to stop him from smashing me in the face for 5.
Reactor core online.
Foolish!
Reporting for duty.
So I think this is more important. It might bait weapon removal out of him, and therefore the true silver champion's not going to eat it later on.
Burns!
I don't necessarily want to draw 2 cards.
You know, take candle.
Reporting for duty.
Burn.
I think it's important to stop him from drawing any more cards.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor witch.
Reporting for duty.
Burn.
Maybe I keep this in my hand for if I draw a Fungal Mancer. Is this a good enough polymorph target?
Burn.
I think so. I mean, I've got 13 damage in hand. So really, I only need to swing with this Drake one more time.
Is that food? I need it!
Burn.
Glory to the Sindora.
Join the guild. We have cookies.
Ready to glow!
You are getting hammered.
Reporting for duty.
Northamar.
Burn.
He's down to 7 cards. But we're very close to lethal here now. Health again?
The battle!
Burn.
Reporting for duty.
Pyroblast in hand. It's got to be good from him. Not going to lie to you. It needs to be really good.
Smelly fish! Yummy fish!
Amazing.
It didn't matter anyway.
That is incredible.
So that was a Pyroblast to my opponent's face off a Blast Wave he gave me off his Drakari, whatever his name is, Trickster. And that put me 5-0. RNG. Sometimes it works against you, sometimes it works for you. Pretty brutal. Who we got in chat at the moment then?
Leandrin versus Valera.
Watch your back. My blade burns with holy
Well,
fire.
this might be a loss. Going second against Rogue, which is pretty much Paladin's nightmare. Okay, I've got Sword of Justice. I needed that. Otherwise, I'm just making just the tiniest guys you've ever seen. But yeah, I can't imagine winning this one going second to a Rogue. And if he's got weapon destruction, we're pretty much done. Oh, lucky!
That is incredible.
Glory to the Sindora.
Yeah, I'll just have a 7-7. And you've done nothing on your turn 3. That's what we call tempo. Absolutely savage, that was. So I'm going to take that guy out so he can't play Walk the Plank if he suddenly draws it. And obviously I'm going to play a sticky minion as well with this guy. So he basically takes 4 and then it replaces itself.
As long as it keeps out
For
air.
Yeah, that was just an extremely brutal Blood Knight. Just completely destroyed it. I didn't think about maybe taking the 7-3 out there. And smashes the concede button, yeah. Kills him turn 5. Blood Knight for the win. That was going second. That was going second with Paladin. You know, when the RNG gods are just in your favour, make a 7-7 turn 3. You've got nothing at all. Super sick. But I feel we're going to be in trouble quite soon because we're 6-0. We're punching above our weight with this deck.
Leandrin versus Valera.
Watch your back. My blade
Well, I'm going
burns
first,
with
but
holy fire.
these are all bad cards. I want good cards. These are not good cards. So I think we're 6-1 here unless our draws improve significantly. This is going to be a pretty fast loss. And that's fine, because, I mean, that last game we won in extremely unlikely circumstances, really. Yep. Bad things are about to happen to us. 6-0 is about to become 6-1. And I get something that costs 3 mana in my deck. Apparently not. Okay, so the fact that he didn't attack tells me he's got Fan of Knives. So because of that, I'm not going to play Dreadscale Knight.
Halt! Who goes there?
Looks pretty good. Luckily we've got a hammer. So he got greedy. He should have just attacked my 1/1 and then just used the second activation to take his guy out.
Burn.
Wow, look at this value. Look at this value.
Burn.
Super sick. I've no idea how we're still in this game. He should have been smashed in the face after that start, but for some reason he didn't attack my 1/1 on turn 2. If he does that, his hench clan thug is still alive, and it's probably like an 8-5 at this point. So a new challenger was an option, but I just like the value of sneaking that one out there. So we don't really have any heavyweights, so really the only way we're going to win from here is if we can Dark Conviction his huge guy and just try and hit him with tiny schmoes. Pretty good. Like, I'm not sure there was a better draw than that at that particular point in the game. not a bad bone mare either. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, Bane's tempting, actually. I was going to say Frozen Crusher. Yeah, I'll have some of that, but that Bane with a taunt on.
Should I?
Take heart, young one. The Earth Mother is near.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Hey, that's quite nice, actually. I've got a sticky minion, hopefully, for this bone mare.
All upon us.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
So we're starting to get the board now. Wow, 7-0. I thought I was going to struggle in that game. 7-0. Now we surely are going to get smashed at this point, right? This can't carry on. We can't keep winning.
Leandrin versus Rexa!
Let the hunt begin.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Yeah, not going second with any of those cards. No. They can all go away. Light's Justice! Where is that Light's Justice? I've got my Hench Clan Thug. We need the Light's Justice. Let me bathe in the light. There it is. Good old turn 2 Light's Justice.
Reporting for duty.
So I like this play because we can Light's Justice and Hench Clan Thug next turn with the coin.
At last, a worthy foe. Should I? Burn.
The battle!
I think that is going to have to eat a Dark Conviction.
Reporting for duty. The battle!
I don't like using removal that early, but I think it's got to be done, especially with Shrink Ray in my hand as well. So I'm not going to attack into Explosive or Wandering Monster. shrink ray now, or do we run a 1/1 into a 3/3 first? I guess we do this.
Shrew me!
Burn.
The battle! The battle!
Well, I dealt with that quite well. Like he goes 4-point guy. Me. That's fine.
Yummy shroomies. Reporting for duty.
Yawn. Really, really tedious. Like if he doesn't have that. I've actually got him completely destroyed.
Options, options.
Me angry! Me also wait!
Yeah, of course, deadly shot. So yeah, you're playing against Hunter 7-0. Of course, he's going to have all the answers. Of course. Well, that's good because it's something to set up for the Bone Mare on the following turn.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Reporting for duty.
Options.
Our witching shall never end. Our witching shall never end. Our witching shall never end. Special! Strong and shiny!
Well, it's not going to be freezing trap. It's not going to be that stupid to play a freezing trap there. He really, really isn't.
To battle!
It's mine!
A second Gladiator's longbow. This guy is truly ridiculous.
Folks, we'll go on! It's my turn!
Burn.
I am on 2 life. Double Gladiator's Longbow. Really? Double Emerald Spellstone. And he doesn't go face. He doesn't put me to 2. He's actually terrible at the game. Why would you not put me to 2 life there?
Come, my pretty birds.
You'll win, friend. I can see.
Yes, it turns out when you get to 7 and 0, these are the decks you're coming up against. Multiple secrets, double Gladiator's Longbow. Just the absolute stone nuts. Like, apparently they nerfed Hunter. I don't think so. Thing is, I'm still in that game if I have any... If I have, like, a Swamp Ooze, I'm still in that game. Like, the way I dealt with his first one, he goes... Make 4 3/3s, and then got the Shrink Ray all ready for him.
My blade burns with holy fire.
So we're hoping to get a weapon to go with this Thug. Wrong weapon, so I guess it'll have to do. We are going second as well, which is not great.
Look! You shinies!
Reporting for duty.
Obviously.
As long as it keeps out arrows.
Yeah, I prefer that. Because we know he's got a weapon in his hand. And he can't deal with this.
For the crusade!
Thank you very much.
Glory to the Sindora!
It's mine!
That's a nice Fungalmancer. I do feel like we need to stay on curve here. Like, can I squeeze any more value out of this Fungalmancer? I mean, what are we doing next turn with 6 mana? Do we just trade in here, drop the Gloom Eater? Because it'll be like a 3/7, which potentially...
Options.
clean something else out. I mean, I think Fungal's probably okay, right? Like, the extra armor is going to be helpful. And he is taking 5. So we've got True Silver and the Thug next turn if you want, or just the new Challenger. We're just trying to set up a Bone Mare on turn 8.
So many options.
Mechanical well.
Options, options.
That's the exact reason for doing that play. If he does have a walk the plank, it has to use up a few more of his resources to do that.
So many options.
And obviously I want something to stick for this Bone Mare as well.
So many options.
Yep, pretty good card. Cheap Shot clears the board for him, so not sure why that took him minutes to work out what to do.
My turn to show them what's what. Time. Oh.
Well, I was going to play True Silver and Henge Thug, but this guy came along. No walk the plank for him now. And we've still got the Bone Mare if he decides to just go with the biggest guy he's got.
So many options.
Which is exactly what he's done.
The battle. Reporting
So let's set about beating him up.
What do you want?
So if I make 3 Phantom Militia, he can run all of his 1/1s in. And then make some more guys and pass the turn.
Should I?
Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end.
So I think we have to trade there, as much as it pains me. Turns out Violet Worm's still pretty ridiculous.
I wonder.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
And that's pretty good as well. I wonder if I've got a shrink ray.
I must choose soon.
Folks, who goes there?
To arms.
So we want him to carry on trading off here, so the Bone Dragon makes the most sense there. Like if I'm playing either of these, I'm just losing the Bone Dragon. It's getting me somewhere. And hopefully a Deathwing. And hopefully not a Hoarding Dragon.
Burn.
So I've got lethal next turn. If he doesn't have a trick. Of course I could be dead, but I think this is the best thing to do, actually give myself a chance of winning here. Because he's had an awful lot of rush cards and removal and stuff like that, and he's got to run out at some point.
I wonder.
Well played.
So it's win or lose this turn. I'll give him a well played. Oh, and he's got a sack. So there you go. Just what he needed right there.
What are
Sap
you hiding?
off the top of the deck.
at you soon.
And that does nothing at all.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Your win, friend.
Yeah, good old Millhouse. So Sap wins in the game there. Who doesn't have Sap? I have a good chance then. Well, I mean, I have Lethal if he doesn't have Sap. Good old RNG to the rescue. So, really needed a Shrink Ray there as well. That would have really put me in a good position. But we didn't get to punish him for being greedy.
Versus Anduin.
You know, for some reason he left my 3-3 on the board and
My
we just
blade burns with
weren't
holy
able to do
fire.
anything about it. We're going to chuck the Scavenger back in the hope of getting a 2-drop. Like, the Scavenger's nice, but obviously turns 3 and 4 are already decided, so it's all about getting something on turn 1 or 2 there.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I guess we get greedy and go for it, right? And hope he doesn't have the +2/+2 buff for 3 mana. Some more arms. That's what I'd expect him. If he's coining out a 2/3, you think, yeah, that's probably got to be what he's got in his hand. Because a 2/3 isn't a very good thing to coin out at all.
I must consider.
But it's possible he does just have a really weak hand. Yes.
Must choose quickly.
Burn.
Hold it!
So we've got Ghostly Charge next turn, so I definitely want to go face there. Well, we can't protect our guy, unfortunately.
Options, options. Burn.
Yeah, he played like, I mean, that's a ridiculous card to get out of my deck in that position, isn't it? The Stegodon. Literally the only thing that kills my Thug there.
I must consider.
No easy matches at 7 wins. There we go, there's the card I was worried about all the time from the start.
Our hammers echo in the deep.
Burn.
Reporting for duty.
So I've got a shrink ray, so let's get some of my tiny guys out there. Just in case he plays something huge.
I wonder.
But yeah, as soon as if he's got like 2 mind controls, we're definitely dead. If we've got 1, we've got a tiny chance against him.
Must choose quickly. Don't mess with Tusk.
Shrink Ray, Dragon Maw, Scorcher. What a combo.
Burn.
Everything must die. So there's a tiny chance he got my Bone Mare. Okay, that's a pretty good potion of heroism. It's a pretty good fungal mancer.
Mushroom power!
Reporting for duty.
I mean, I guess we should kill it, right?
Burn.
Hammer strike!
I don't think I can afford to just go face there. There's too many things priests can have. Like, he has a Shadow Word Death, and it's just like, yep, I've just lost the game.
I wonder.
snatch all!
Options, options.
Smash! The battle! Miss me! Mushroom punch!
I'll put it on your tab.
Hammer strike! Mushroom punch!
So I'm doing it in that order to minimize mind control screwing me over. Like, I want this guy to be damaged. I don't want him to be this massive dude that I can't deal with. And he can mind control. I can still hit him for 12 the following turn, run the 1-1 in to the 2-2 into the 7-4 along with my weapon, and then Dragon Maw Scorcher to deal 1 to everything.
Must choose quickly.
Let me change your mind.
Am I just going 19 to the face here? Make 2 more guys?
Options, options.
I must consider.
Just not good enough, I'm afraid.
At last! A worthy fool.
Still not good enough. Exact damage. Pretty good.
Another round?
Just had enough to scrape by him there. Eight and 2. How much further can we go with this deck? Got to 7 wins early with Priest, so This is reasonable.
Liadrin versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My blade burns with holy fire.
Beautiful. Well, I was going to play that. I'm not going to now. We're going to chuck this guy out turn 3. This
What you
pixie.
want?
It was very close. I almost considered hitting that, but I think I just need a few extra buffs from this guy. Yeah, that's wasted this turn as well, which is nice for me.
What fools these mortals be!
Welcome to the show.
Burn.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee. Mushroom power!
I mean, he can certainly have a fungal mancer himself, which is why I don't want to leave him with 2 minions up. That's a nice brewmaster for that fungal mancer, isn't it?
Mushroom punch!
Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end.
So a lot of mages have flame strikes here, so this is just a 2-for-2 trade. It's really a 1-for-1 trade. Like, because the fungal mancer's done its job.
Options, options.
really want to keep my fungal alive.
Two arms. Two arms.
Right, next turn, Brewmaster the fungal back to hand, play Rumble
Neither
Tusk.
snow, nor rain, nor witch.
I guess not. I think Boulder Fist on curve is going to be better than the random 6-drop I get.
Dark One snuffs all!
I love omelets.
Is that food? I need it!
Kiss me!
I'll put it on your tab.
Is that food? I need it!
Mishmash.
My turn? My turn!
Should I?
As long as it keeps out arrows.
Face is the place there. Yep, it's pretty good. Not much we can do about that. Do we get our Shrink Ray? Oh, lucky!
It's mine!
Reporting for duty.
I'll take that. Yawn. Small worm. Small worms are good. We like small worms.
Should I?
Go away!
robot.
Reporting for duty.
Annoying that I had to use that Dark Conviction. I do like to hold on to it as long as possible.
Let me in, man! It's my turn!
Hopefully, he's run out of removal. No, of course, Flame Strike off the top of the deck, and he spends a minute thinking about whether to play it or not. And that's the difference between winning and losing. Can you draw your Flame Strike off the top of the deck?
I will offer you aid.
Folks, who goes there?
Burn.
Reporting for duty.
So I was very close to winning this game, and then he just went, oh, lol, I've just drawn my Flame Strike. Guess I win now. And it's like, yes, I guess you do. Blast Wave. Just as bad. Yeah, there's no good cards left in my deck now. There really aren't.
Who needs water?
Oh look, it's a pretty bad card. I've got a Bone Mare, that's it. Last card that's decent in my deck, right? Single, solitary Bone Mare. Yes, of course, a Fireball off the top. Makes perfect sense.
To the Sindori.
I guess I draw my Blood Knight now. There it is, the last card that's playable in my deck. Not a removal spell. Wow, so sick. Absolutely, just, it's so sickening. Like, why can't you play that and discard your Flame Strike? Well, it appears I'm lagging out here because I saw him play a Swampoos, but nothing's happening. So I'm going to restart the client. Oh, another amazing top deck.
Reporting for duty.
Be angry! Me also waiting!
Alright, unfortunately I have to keep trading here. I'd love to go face, but then he gets to take this guy out. Amazing top! Like, how does he do it every single turn? It's just the perfect card every single turn. It's just like, lol, fireball when I need it, flame strike when I need it, Book of Spectres into 3 minions when I need it, Baron Geddon off the top of my deck against his army of 2 toughness guys. It's like every turn just sits there with the best card off the top of the deck. Like, give me a break here. Now he just runs the 3-2 into that and passes the turn. But let's wait. No, that'll be like a frostbolt off the top of the deck, right? Incredible.
Reporting for duty.
And then he goes, fireball you, ping you for 1. I'm so skillful. Okay, you go down to the last card in your deck.
I'm almost out of cards.
I'm going to play this because if he wants to ping it, then he's overdrawing. Yeah, of course, Mossy, of course. What else is it going to be but Mossy Horror? Of course, Mossy Horror.
I'm almost out of cards. Burn.
Reporting for duty.
And my true silver champion sat there at the bottom of the deck going, yeah, you're just terrible at this game, aren't you?
Well played.
Like, it's such obscene RNG, that game. Such utterly obscene RNG. One after the next, going just bam, 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 always with the solution. It was so sick from him. Anyway, guys, since nobody's been chatting for a while, I'm going to assume you've all up and left, so I shall leave you to it as well. I think 8-2, well, 8-3 or whatever it was at the end was pretty good, but yeah, that's about it, really. Hope to see you all next time, and goodbye for now.